We talked about like the expectations being a two-way street. I think that resiliency has become an expectation of a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
What's the expectation of black men?
It is so funny that you ask this question. So I'm teaching a class at Augie now called Social Impact Through Hip Hop Culture. And the lesson that we were on last week was Let the Women Get Some. And so we were talking about female MCs. And so we were looking at like Roxanne Shante. And I don't know if you remember her song Independent. We were looking at Queen Latifah, UNITY. I even had them listening to queer female rappers. We talked about sexual freedom. So we talked about Janelle Monáe. And we got off on this topic of, I don't know, some of the guys in my class were just talking about women being women because we were talking about Lil' Kim's first album cover. Yeah, classic album. And so we were having a conversation about that album. And I don't know what led us on this, but I ended up splitting up the class between those who identified as, male or having masculinity and those who identify as women, female, femininity. And so it stems from, I think, how, like, women wearing clothes or, like, the lyrics. It was like, well, why would you treat her like this? Well, she said this. I was like, it's a rap. Like, it's a rap. It's her art. It's her artistry. Yeah. And so, we're having this conversation. And so I had the women to write, what's 10 things that you wish men would do for women? And I had the men write, what's 10 things that you can do to support women, particularly women of color, because all of the kids in my class identify as somebody of color. Okay. Yep. So they did that, and it was just the things that the women were writing was just listen to me, just hear me out. Don't judge me, support me. And the guys was like, they had like these massive lists of all of these things. And finally I was like, these things exist. Like, why have you not been doing this all along? Yeah. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, the majority, like 90% of this list. And it was like, well, can we write 20 things? I was like, I'm just asking for 10. And and it was a really good class, and we, completely messed up my syllabus for the day, but it really got us, on this conversation and thinking about how women, Roxanne Shante said, I don't want to be the best female MC. I want to be the best MC, Yeah. And so I don't want to be the best black woman doing my job. I just want to be the best.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, for sure. All right, so I was supposed to come back to something. I can't remember. Do you remember? Oh, Lord.
Look, I am 45.
That means we might have to do a part 2 on this.
Look, let's get it. I'm here for it for sure.